A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Monday, June 6th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. The mayors of all three Orange County cities were among speakers at City Hall and for placement of a historic marker remembering a horrendous Port Jervis crime, the lynching of an innocent black man. The gathering held last Thursday on the same month, date, late afternoon time, street, and location as the 1892 murder of Port Jervis resident Robert Lewis also brought many in the crowd of nearly 200 to tears. 2 books have been released in recent weeks detailing the brutal mob beating and lynching of Lewis. One of those was authored by retired Port Jervis police detective Michael Warden.
I think he would look at it as maybe the final measure of justice has been given to him, even though no one's ever been held accountable for his murder. No one was ever tried or ever will be tried. That perhaps seeing the community come together and finally come to terms with it, putting up a historical marker to commemorate the location, I think in maybe his eyes, he would see this as some closure in terms of there has been some justice finally served.
The group Friends of Robert Lewis hosted the anniversary remembrance and has worked diligently for education and tolerance over the years. Community colleges in the Hudson Valley are teaming up to develop job training as the cannabis industry continues to emerge in New York. SUNY Sullivan President Jake Quayton says the colleges will be sharing a grant for that purpose.
We signed off on a grant with the other community colleges in the Hudson Valley, which would be a workforce training grant, around $3 million for the consortium of colleges to provide workforce development for that emerging industry as that continues to potentially grow, as we see how it grows.
Quayton said SUNY Sullivan also still holds a hemp permit, and we'll see how that develops going forward. Cherry Williams of Ellenville gathered with some friends on Sunday at New Paltz Middle School as participants in the Hudson Valley Pride Coalition and Festival. Alexander Wolchik, the village's deputy mayor, who helped organize the parade and festivities, said they're carrying on a tradition.
It's important for us to take to the streets, in celebration and in protest, now more than ever, I would argue, but always, because the LGBTQIA plus, community, has been historically marginalized and under attack, especially on the federal level right now. So having a safe space for us to, as a community, not only come together, but also, be loud and proud in the street, again, both in celebration and protest and, everything in between.
The parade and festivities have been conducted in the village for nearly 20 years since it started conducting same-sex marriages. More news right after this.
Be your dad's favorite son or daughter with a gift from the Galleria at Crystal Run. The Galleria at Crystal Run has hundreds of ideas for Father's Day gifts. Ideas such as Dick's Sporting Goods, JD Sports, and even Pro Image. And what kind of dad doesn't like to eat out? Choose from some of the amazing restaurants like Fuji, 110 Grill, Peru Cuisine, or Allen's Mediterranean Grill. Plus, enter the Father's Day Lookalike Contest. The Galleria at Crystal Run in Middletown, Orange County's premier shopping, dining, entertainment, and Father's Day destination. Be sure to visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com for contest details.
6 New York Air National Guardsmen assigned to the 105th Airlift Wing at Stewart Airport were honored over the weekend for their bravery and teamwork during the August 2021 evacuation of Americans and Afghans from Kabul. Captain Matthew McChesney from Liverpool, New York, the air commander, was honored with the Distinguished Flying Cross with Valor. Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Gray Townsend of Goshen, a pilot, was honored with the Air Medal with Valor. Captain Jonathan Gorgenti of Bloomingburg, a pilot, was honored with the Air Medal with Valor. Tech Sergeant Joseph Capone of Staten Island, a loadmaster, was honored with the Air Medal with Honor. Staff Sergeant Evan Imbriglio of Poughkeepsie, a loadmaster, was honored with that medal. And Staff Sergeant Corey Burke of Carmel, a loadmaster, was honored with the Air Medal with Valor. Newburgh City Manager Todd Venning is completing his first year as city manager, and while the city charter requires residency within 4 months, he has yet to move to Newburgh from his Wappingers residence. When asked about his status, Mayor Torrance Harvey said Venning is getting warmer.
He's hoping to do so very soon. He mentioned that there was a place that he was looking at discussing with his broker and with the potential landlord on closing in on something.
Venning, who's working under a 2-year contract, won't return reporters' phone calls about any subject. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.